Oh yeah. Where is it? There is it. There we go. Wait. Where is it? There is it. There we go. Wait. I think I... Okay. Guys, how you doing? Welcome to Bitcoin Daily. 9 a.m. turn time on the dollar. It's sunny outside. It's actually been raining, but it is sunny. And, you know, it looks nice. It looks nice. Welcome to emergency part 2. Sorry about that. We did emergency part 1 not so long ago. This is emergency part 2 because Bitcoin is down 4.7%, Ethereum down 5.9%, ApeCoin down minus 10%. You know, altcoins bleeding to that, literally bleeding to that. Like a lot of altcoins are like down minus 10%. Can we see another 10% down? You know, get that, you know, minus 20% on altcoins. I think that would be juicy. I think it would be nice. So we're gonna look at a little bit what's happening with, you know, the dominance up here is again bouncing towards upside. Ethereum, Bitcoin is failing to break up here towards upside. This, you know, kind of started to look at another, you know, double top up here at the resistance. Bitcoin up here going down to some kind of support levels. We're gonna talk about blue box a little bit and stuff like that. I've been just watching Ivan Tech right now, and you know, he's still streaming, so we're good. If you remember back in the day, you know, I told you that, you know, in the last bull market, once Ivan Tech was like, you know guys, I'm gonna take vacation, I was like, you know, it's probably over, right? But he's still streaming, you know, he's still going strong. So, you know, the way I see it, you know, it's all good and then. Not only that, I got inside information from this scammer guy, and he posted this morning. I'm gonna show you. You know, he posted this morning, and you know, I don't know how, you know, how you gonna say it. I don't know how important it is, you know, because, you know, the guy's a scammer. But you know, at least, you know, he's bullish. You know, he says buy everything. Whether we're gonna buy everything or not, we don't know. But there is that. The big question is this it? Are we done with the dump? Is this over? I mean, if you look at altcoins are literally that. Like, how much more than I'm gonna go down another 50%? Like, they didn't even pump. Like, how much are they gonna go down? That's the big question, right? So we're gonna check that out a little bit and how that's actually playing out. Before we start, let's go over here and check out Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index over here a little bit. And right now you'll see that it is at 29. Yesterday it was at 44. So we are getting to these very low levels on the RSI when it comes to fear and greed. Right now, see 29 over here. There was also 30 over here, a couple of 25th June, 29 June. So right now we are coming to these very, very low levels on the RSI. Over here, just like over here right now, this is third time. Can we go lower? I mean, technically, you know, you can always go lower, but you know, we are already there. The way I see it, we are already in major fear right now. Everybody thinks Bitcoin is gonna go to zero. Everybody thinks right now Bitcoin is gonna dump down to, you know, I don't know what level towards the downside. And before we start, there was this very nice channel over here that goes something like this. This is actually on the 3-day time frame. Very nice channel that you know, I was actually thinking, you know, it might actually get support over here. It didn't do that. It went all the way down to these wicks on the downside over here right now. Right now we are getting that support over there. But the more important part up here, beside the channel up here, and even the channel is very, very nice, is the liquidity area down here below these levels. So you'll see right now that we are inside a blue box, inside this liquidity area over here. This on the 3-week time frame over here. I would say liquidity area goes all the way down here, actually. Disregarding this you know, part over here, but maybe even lower down here to maybe something like 45, but I will say about 49k up here towards the upside. What chart are we on? We are on the right chart. Yeah, like this on the 2-week time frame. On the monthly time frame, it's still this area over here. Weekly time frame, maybe you can pull it up here a little bit more over here towards the upside, over here towards the stops. Regardless, we are getting into this blue area. This blue area is what I would call liquidity area, because once you get below this, you know, previous lowest wicks towards downside, there is a lot of actually coins to be bought down here. And the reason actually there is a lot of coins to be bought out here, because a lot of people are putting their stop losses below the previous wicks. Liquidations levels, you know, start kicking in and so forth. If you go here to the small time frames, you'll see right now that we are having a big, like over here on the 4-hourly time frame, this last move from you know, 63k all the way down to 53k. the 10k move towards downside is 16% minus towards downside. The volume has just been spiking towards upside over here, towards upside during this move, a very, very volatile move towards downside. So people are definitely, you know, buying right now, and there is, you know, volume is kicking in big time. So the way I see it, we are already in the liquidity area, and the question is how far down inside liquidity area we're gonna go. If you remember last time when I'm doing this move towards downside over here, towards this this part, and we are starting dumping towards downside, we said liquidity is below this week over here and these weeks over here, right? So we had this kind of, you know, liquidity area. You can see up here that we didn't go all the way down to the bottom of the liquidity area. We just came, you know, halfway through, and right now we are actually technically on this previous liquidity area all the way down here at 53k. We are somewhere at the bottom, very, very close. But if you look at a bit bigger time frames and disregard this price action over here, you know, this liquidity area should go all the way down, something like 49k. But it doesn't have to go all the way down towards downside up here. We are technically already inside that liquidity area right now, and we are picking all the liquidity that can actually be picked up. I did hear some news that German government is selling a lot of Bitcoin, so that's why we are dumping. Just remember, people will always find a reason for why we are dumping. Somebody's selling, somebody did this, somebody did that, this is the reason, that's the reason. Nah, this is just normal price movement. Yes, they are selling, but it was already priced in, because, you know, German government doesn't do suddenly something, you know, we're just gonna, you know, today it feels like, you know, it's sunny, we're gonna start selling. It doesn't work like that. They have to have protocols. They have to figure out where they're gonna sell. Somebody knows something. They know exactly on the day when they're gonna sell. So this was actually expected. The fact that they're actually selling is actually very, very good. Justin Sun, the guy behind Tron, if you don't know, Tron is one of the strongest currencies right now. It has been, you know, just climbing like crazy towards upside all the time since, you know, the bottom over here. Tron Justin Sun wants to buy all of the German government Bitcoin to lower the impact on the markets. So whether he, you know, gets that or not, I don't think it's gonna lower the impact on the markets. But we are in the liquidity area, and let's go a little bit back over here to get the lines. And we are getting to the bottom of the channel. Now the channel can actually break towards the downside over here. It's already kind of broke over here on my chart, but if we just use this bottom wicks right over here, it can still break down and get all the way towards the downside and then towards the upside. It's already, you know, pushing very, very fast towards the downside. So right now we have massive fear, and it's going towards the downside. There is another channel over here that goes something like this. I'm going to show you. Let me just remove everything. Over here it goes something like this, I would say, something like this, and you'll see right now we are back at the bottom of that channel. So we have been, you know, zigzagging over here, went down to the bottom over here, doubling the move towards the downside, tried to break up, failed, and right big move to you know, fast move towards the downside up here again on that same support level on the bottom side. So right now we're hitting that support level on the bottom side again, but we are hitting it with force. You also see that on the daily time frame right now we got a very, very low levels on the RSI. Right now we are sitting at this 24 levels. Last time over here 24 levels, that was where the bounce came. Right now this is second time we are getting 22, 23. Can it go during the day still lower? I mean, technically can, because we only close at 28, so, you know, maybe during the day we push even lower towards the downside, get some kind of week tomorrow or something like that. Today is Thursday, so you gotta, we still got, you know, two days left, you know, 2 days left, and then, you know, weekend, and then, you know, maybe a move towards upside. I'm a little bit unsure where it's just gonna bounce right on the day today. I mean, technically can do that, just bounce off today, day to day, but we're gonna look at a little bit small time frames as well. It's still not quite there yet. Also over here, my own indicator down here, you'll see overextensions. This is just showing overextensions on the on the chart. And let me just remove these two other that we don't use right now, and the volume. Let me do it like this over here. And what you're gonna see over here is that we got right now some serious, you know, serious overextensions towards downside over here. This that doesn't happen that often times, right? Over here that happened when we had this big dump towards downside over here. You can see that was this dump over here, this red candle. We bounced off of that. We had this, you know, major dump over here that came very, very close to those overextensions. Right now you can see this dump towards downside over here. We had a couple over here that, you know, pulled back a little bit. This was a big one over here, and then we had this bear market. We extended you know, very hugely towards downside, but this is bear market bottom, and these can extend very hugely. But ever since we started bull market, I mean, this is the lowest week come. Now another important, you know, overextension is the RSI. I'm going to show you something on our RSI, which is very nice over here. Let's go over here. I think it's weekly time frame, no, it's daily time frame up here. You'll also see right now, yeah, on the daily RSI we are at this 24, but what you're gonna show you that these low daily RSI levels do not happen that often, right? So over here during this dump up here, this was an extreme dump over here. We didn't even came to 24 over here. We came 28 and bounced off that. The big dump down to 16k down here came to, you know, 24 on the daily. Over here, this was a capitulation type of event. This technically came down to 24 and then it continued bleeding over here towards downside before finding the support. But you know, technically over here was some kind of bottom, but this is capitulation type of event. This move over here before it started going sideways up here came to 24k levels. This was also a very big dump. This was just after the bull market up here, so it went all the way down. You see up here it pulled back. So at least I think at least right now, you know, we are looking for some kind of pullback or some kind of consolidation, because these levels are extremely low levels when it comes to indicators right now, and we are pulling to some kind of major levels of support. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Where is the 50 moving average? Is a little bit more down, and you'll see that this 50 moving average all the way up here, if you start consolidating over here a little, you know, for a couple of more weeks, we might see that lower week over here getting hit. I don't think that's gonna be the case right now. I'm still very much bullish, and the way I see it, are we on the bottom? I don't know. But you know, it is close. It is somewhere over here. I mean, I thought it was here. It's still bleeding towards downside. It's going very fast. Everybody's major fear. And oftentimes these things happen, you know, that's where we actually getting very close to some kind of bottoms. Also about to go to finally 2-day trendline RSI. So trendline RSI, I'm going to show you the RSI of the Milanese RSI line. It is a very nice line. I don't know what this says. RSI 14-hour close. Is this daily time frame or monthly? I don't know. And what kind of RSI this is? I don't know what kind of RSI you are using, because my RSI doesn't look like anything like your RSI. That's for sure. So if you look at my RSI over here, and we go to, you know, bigger time frames over here, maybe weekly or something like that. Go to another chart over here. 2-day chart. Yeah, okay, I see it now. So 2-day chart up here, go from 2019, from this one all the way up here towards upside. So the RSI support right now we have also over here somewhere, but the bottoms are down here, man. You lying to me. Maybe up there. We are at least we are getting very close to that. I mean, Milan lines up here. We are on 2-day time frame. Oh, sorry, this isn't. Yeah, sorry. This is the Bitcoin liquidating. It's 1 day. It doesn't follow the price. There we go. So this is 2-day. This should actually be on the dollar. Over here, going something like this. Yeah, there we go. We got it on the dollar right now. On the dollar, hitting that support trend line. And that's very nice. But I'm going to show you some another trend line over here, and it's on the bigger time frames. It's on the weekly time frames, and over here, do we have which of these? There we go. So the bigger trend line over here goes something like, if you pull it like this over here, these are the bottom, something like that. But if you cut stuff in half, okay, this is actually breaking towards downside up here. It didn't break towards downside on the other one, but there are overextensions down here and below that. Forget about this line. This line is crap. I must have been dreaming. Over here, there are some kind of old levels over here that we broke that monthly box towards downside. Yeah, the major resistance level is broken over here. I'm gonna show you right now. I mean, still it's on the monthly time frame, so technically it's not broken. We got a major resistance level up here at 61, and the other one was at 58.8. That's broken over here. We're coming to this monthly 10 moving average on the dollar. I didn't even see that. Look at that, guys. I didn't even see that. We are hitting the 10 moving average on the monthly time frame. That's very nice. I don't know if that's nice. I don't know what it is nice. But we are below the major support level right now, hitting that. Will this just become a big huge wick towards upside after the month is done? I don't know. We're gonna check it out. But right now we are very, very low. Anyways, guys, we are not in any kind of fear. I do know that these people over here, they are in fear. They think, oh, it's gonna go down. The bull market is done. Double top. All of that kind of stuff. New moon. And governments are selling, there is no opium, everything is down, this is dead. No, we bullish, guys, we bullish. The worse this gets, the more bullish we get. And right now we are getting pretty much bullish. I'm even trying to figure out how I can get more money into this thing over here, and I think I found a way how I can get more money into this thing, like big money. So there's that. That said, Bitcoin dominance is bouncing again towards upside. It still held the support level. Unfortunately, it held the support level over here on the daily time frame. It never broke it towards the downside. Let's see, we are still waiting for this, this breakdown over here to go towards the downside. The breakdown still didn't come towards down yet. It's still pulling back towards the upside again. Right now, it is gonna be very, very interesting, because this is what can actually happen, right? Bitcoin is bouncing, the dominance is bouncing. Bitcoin has been going towards downside a lot, but the dominance is going towards upside. What can happen is that right now Bitcoin explodes from 50, 40k, 50k to 70, 80, 90k, and you see this dominance just exploding towards the upside, just like it did last time over here, right? Exploded towards the upside, right? Benjamin Coleman gets right, because we hit 60% or something like that. Maybe the blue box, maybe 60%. We might see a big move towards the upside, and then a major crash in the dominance towards the downside when altcoins explode. And this is very likely because there is no interest in altcoins right now. So we need to see some kind of big move on Bitcoin, and this is very likely because people, even if Bitcoin starts going towards upside, altcoins are not going to explode. Like, altcoins are definitely not going to explode immediately after that. But once Bitcoin gets to 60, back to 60, back to 70, 80, euphoria starts building in. Everybody's like, oh my god, Bitcoin is going on, bull market is still on. Then altcoins are starting climbing while nobody notices. Then everybody's like, oh my god, I missed Bitcoin is at 90k, dominance goes up to 60%, and then everybody starts forming altcoins, and everything explodes towards the upside, right? And when all altcoins explode towards the upside, this goes towards the downside. At least in theory, right? Also, that might be the case over here for Ethereum Bitcoin chart, because Ethereum might go first. Bitcoin might go first. So we are still not seeing this breakup towards the upside. So we might still see some kind of another move towards the downside up here, while Bitcoin goes to 70, 80, 90k, and then big move towards the upside where we explode with everything. That might be the case. But the only thing we got right now is that, the Ethereum Bitcoin chart has not broken towards the upside yet. We're still waiting for that. The dominant chart has still not broken towards the downside yet. We're waiting for that. But it already looks good. It already looks very, very good. So the only thing we need right now is for this to stop. You can see up here a monthly time frame, 10 moving average over here. But the only thing right now is to find this bottom, wherever the bottom is. Right now, major fear is happening. The volume up here spiked towards upside, just like over here. One spike volume up here, second spike on the volume up here. And right now we are consolidating over here, but we are not actually bouncing just yet. I think there might come another move towards downside. I'm a little bit unsure, even though we are sitting on the support levels. But all in all, it is and if you pull the line over here, give or take, there we go. I'll just put like this over here, something like this. We are right now on that bottom support, and this support can often easily break towards downside, get into this liquidity area, and then a liquidity area below this channel, and then go towards the upside again. So I don't know. I'm bullish. I don't know about you. I know it's emergency part 2 and all of that shebang, you know, but I'm bullish. I'm bullish. How's everybody doing in the chat? +1 when moon. How are the moons doing right now? Do we have any? Yeah, we got a guys. We got a new moon on the chart. Unfortunately, you see when we had a full moon up here, we continue down over here. New moon down, full moon down, new moon dump down. You know, so maybe 2 more weeks of downside. A sea of blood, very good. We like that. Done as expected. Okay, I'm out and now time for go up. Yeah, time to go up, bridge cable. I'm with you. This is time to buy. No point sell now. No point sell now. I do understand, but I do understand how retail thinks. And retail thinks, you know, when the blood's for maybe I should sell, maybe it's gonna go more, and they do sell. These moments when stuff goes down, they do sell. You can say whatever you want to say, like you might be here, you know, for a couple of years and you understand stuff goes down and then goes up again, right? They think it's just gonna continue going down, so they buy, guys, buy. 50k. So retail is definitely selling this dump. I'm gonna tell you right now, retail thinks, or anybody who cannot read the charts a little bit, they think that you know, this double top up here on the chart, this double top on the chart is game over, right? Over here, we're breaking down, even on Ivan on Tech, you know, we are breaking the trend over here towards us. They think it's game over. It could be game over. We might be wrong. In retrospect, you know, in 2 years time, we're gonna be saying, oh my god, how did we not see this, you know, double top and stuff like that, right? But we don't care right now. Right now we don't care. I'm gonna take the chance that I'm wrong in 2 years, but right now I don't think I'm wrong. We'll dump to 50k now. The bottom is in. There you go. Mlane says the bottom is in. So what about alts? Some made a lower low already. Yeah, they did. Alts are where the money is. The money is not in Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes to 90, 100k. You know, that's nothing, right? Right. It goes over here right now at 100k. You get 100% move towards upside. Right. That's it. 87% move. 100%. That's not mere, unless you got like $1 billion. You know, maybe Bitcoin is for you. But if you don't get $1 billion, Bitcoin is not for you, you know. We are not in this space to get 100% move. You can get 100% move on Tesla. If you bought Tesla, you know, 2 weeks ago and sell it in 2 weeks now, you'll get 100%, right? So we are in this space to get, you know, the X's and stuff like that, right? And right now, you know, altcoins are where the X's are. It's not in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is already too high. Government sells Bitcoin. Alts about to go finally. 2-day trend line, ARC check. What is the, what the moon does it? What a mess. Nah. Bullish divergence on daily decimated because we dumped so much. There is no, the divergences get corrected very, very fast. The divergences doesn't tell you whether something is bottom or not. It just tells you whether stuff is consolidating. Moon. I don't like these emergency videos, but they are good. I'm bullish, man. How can you not like emergency video? I'm bullish. When do we buy, guys? I don't know. I will be buying now. I don't know about you. You know, you do you, I do me. That's the question. Things are starting to look attractive. Exactly. 52k support. Gore says 52k support. We got a little bit more down to go, guys. A little bit more down to hit that support level because of this over here. Probably, you know, maybe Gore's gonna be right. No 52k for you. Mlaren doesn't think so. I wouldn't buy it even at 30. Why wouldn't you buy a Bitcoin at 30? Like, what's wrong? 10k, I'd consider it. 52 is on the cards. Why not? 10k is very unlikely. Dr. Fragrance trying to keep it, you know, realistic. I know you won't. It happened already once. Okay, you guys are talking bear market. Keith Hammond, bear market. What kind of bear market are you talking about? Like, what's wrong with you, man? Buy natural gas. Like, you gotta get off that gas, man. That it's not good for you. CME gap filled from March. That's all. By the way, let's check out CME gaps. And you know, guys, what I think about gaps and stuff like that, but there are no gaps. From March, there is no March gap. Like, you gotta go over back here. There is no gap in March. If you look at CME chart, there is no gaps. Do you see any gaps over here? Where is the gap, man? Where is the gap? I don't see any gap. Like, over here, there is no gap. On the daily time frame, there is no gap. On the weekly time frame, there is definitely no gap over here. Like that, over here, there was a little bit gap that got filled in, right? But there is no gap. Monthly time frame, no gaps. Right, you gotta go to 4 hour, which doesn't matter, like what kind of gap you're talking about. There is no gaps on the chart. Literally no gaps. I'm gonna keep on buying lower the alts go. What are you buying, TLA? I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna buy bread so Tomaki can actually, you know, get his exit liquidity. In 2019, in similar economic situation, we dumped about 50% before things started to turn around, so that would be our worst case probably. I don't know if you've seen altcoins, man. I don't know if you've seen, did you see altcoins, man? Do you even follow the charts? Did you see altcoins? Did you see altcoins? Altcoins are this, you know, Cardano is down 60% from the tops. Algo, how much is Algo down? Algo down right now 65% from the top. Atom, and I'm just going coin by coin. I'm not, you know, picking over here. 65% on Atom. AVAX, how much is AVAX down? How much is AVAX down from the top? Let's see. 64%. But no, it's gonna go down 50% more. It's gonna go down to 0. Guys. Get Bitcoin chart on weekly and look at the RSI, draw trend line along the bottom. If you do that, you might think that we are gonna. So if you go to the weekly time frame over here on Bitcoin, I don't know what you want me to see, and I'm gonna show it to you, and I'm gonna explain something to you to make you bullish, okay? So what you want me to see is that, you know, the bottom is not in, because if you draw it along the bottom over here, you know, these bottom levels, whatever, right? We gotta go all the way down here to go, right? All the way down to 28. That's not gonna happen because these are bear market bottoms. These are bear market bottoms. On the other hand, this is over here. On the other hand, this over here is Corona dump. We are not counting. This over here is the bottom in the pullback, right? Over here, there at the bottom or somewhere over here, give or take. Over here, we consolidated. This was already on the way down, but and over here, you know, we got this bottom over here. So you can actually draw a line or something like this over here, and say that, you know, we are still holding that line because these are bottoms. These are capitulation bottoms. So if you want to find the capitulation bottom, it's all the way down here, right? That implies that, you know, this is gonna go down to, you know, 0 over here, down to, you know, 30 levels. That is gonna be a line over here, and then we go towards the upside again, right? I mean, Bitcoin dumped 50%, alts dumped more. Always. ARB dead looks terrible. Yeah, ARB looks terrible. Everything looks terrible. Like, regardless of what kind of altcoins you look at, everything looks terrible. Regardless, I'm just showing you, you know, the four first, but regardless of what kind of altcoin you pick, like, you just pick random altcoins, everything looks terrible. Yeah, you know, this is down. KDI is down 80% from the previous high. 80% already. Already 80% down, right? Already, like, everything looks terrible. Literally everything looks terrible. And you say ARB, where is ARB? I do have ARB on my chart. Here's ARB. It looks terrible. Everything looks terrible. 74% from the all-time high, 76% towards the downside. Everything looks terrible. It's not just, you know, oh my god, ARB looks terrible. Oh my god, VeChain looks terrible. Oh my god, this or that coin. Oh my coin looks terrible. Everything looks terrible. Everybody's, you know, major fear. Everybody, you know, feels like, oh my god, this is, you know, it's done, it's bear market, you know, I have to wait another 4 years left. But the question is, do you have to wait 4 years left? I don't think so. Let's look at some statistics. So, fear and greed is 29, fear. Google Trends, Gausta token. We're gonna look at Bitcoin first. Explore. Norway, past day. Let's look at the last 30 days over here. The interest, right now it's going, you know, interest over time because it is going down. But this is actually a bad interest right now. It's moving towards the upside. Let's go over here. Past 5 years. And we got a slight over here upkick in interest over here, but that's because Bitcoin is going down, so everybody is in fear, so people are selling. That's good, but it is coming to some kind of interest over here at bottom. But if you look at these bottoms now, we are very low. We are very low on the bottom chart. So over here there was, you know, we bled so much. I mean, over here that, you know, interest in Bitcoin was, you know, all-time low. 13 up here. Right now we came down to something like 18. So interest is very low. Fear is very high. Altcoins are 60-70%. Bitcoin is down from 71 down to 50 something right now. I don't know. I'm bullish. Just wait September, no, don't look until then. Only look, nice looking chart on GME, honestly, looking decent. I'm buying now every day for the next 2 weeks. I don't know whether it's, you know, dollar cost average time or, you know, buy all, wait 2 years time, not 2 years, buy 6 months, wait 6 months time. You know, not financial wise, just my opinion. I could be wrong. You know how the saying goes. That said, I'm bullish, guys. Enjoy the day, have a nice day, and I'll see you guys around. I don't actually have that much to say about the chart. It is bleeding down. Like, we could look at, there is another, I think we showed the channel over here. We already showed the channel. I'm still looking for some kind of pattern on the 4-hourly time frame down here. I don't believe in V-shaped recoveries. V-shaped recovery should have a lot bigger, you know, a lot bigger wick towards downside. So I'm looking for some kind of pattern to get some kind of, like over here we had some kind of pattern over here. And I was thinking this is gonna go over here and then a bounce over here, but this bounce over here is not bouncing. So I'm looking to get some kind of pattern over here. There's something that tells me that this is gonna reverse, and until then we just gonna wait. Over here on 1-hourly time frame is still just, you know, doing this, you know, consolidation pattern up here. There might come another move towards downside, so we might see a little bit lower levels, I think. So we're gonna check that out. But you know, this is just I definitely want to see at least on some kind of pattern on the 4-hourly time frame, like literally anything to you know, get me going. Right now altcoins are down 10% sorry 10%. I think if Bitcoin dumps a little bit more, we could get some 20% on the day on altcoins, which is gonna be, you know, extremely nice. Let's go to CoinCap over here. And the most people, you know, retail, they watch these numbers. Right now you look at this 24-hour time frame over here and you see like -10, -15, -17, -18. People are in fear. They look at this and they think, you know, oh my god, this is bad. So if it goes down a little bit more, these are gonna be in their 20s, man. These are gonna be like -20%. Right? My wife is, you know, she learned from the previous bull markets and bear markets that anytime stuff goes like -20%, you just buy. You just buy. After the summer it will kick in. Yeah, we gotta wait some. So there is more, you know, uncertainty stuff to come. Yeah, I don't know if you remember back in when Bitcoin was sitting at 20k and stuff like that, like people couldn't believe it either, right? There was still bad news, right? There was still bad news, and even if we started going towards upside, there were bad news over here. Like stuff was happening, right? Every day there is something new bad, but you know, price is moving up, but there are bad news, right? And at one point, you know, it just becomes, you know, very, very bullish. What's a reasonable multiple? I don't know. Your wife is smart. Yeah, she is smart. She doesn't know how to recharge, but she goes to CoinMarketCap. She sees -20 on altcoins, and she knows it's time to buy. And she said several times, she's like, altcoins are like -20, should we buy some? And like her reason, but it's gonna go up again, you know. Anyways, guys, I'll see you around. Take care. Bye bye.